Hello everyone, today I wanted to talk about something very important, and it's how to cope with depression. This is something very dear to my heart, me being someone who struggled at many points in my life. I'm currently getting the help that I needed and I feel much better now. I'm not a therapist, so take this with a grain of salt. I don't know, I feel like I have something to say, and if it's helpful for anyone, I feel like I did something, and I want you all to be happy. The first thing that I want to talk about, and the first coping mechanism that I think it's really important to have, is to have goals. And if you don't have goals, you have to find some. It doesn't matter if it's long-term or short-term goals. What this does is that it keeps you motivated to live. It puts you in the state of mind that makes you want to pursue something. And that's really important because depressed people usually reach a point in their lives that they feel they have to end it because they don't see a future ahead of them, happiness, they feel hopeless. And having goals is a good way to keep you motivated, looking forward to something in life. These goals could be learning a new ability. Let's say that you want to learn the guitar. You put yourself in a mindset where you're like, I want to play this song on the guitar now. The second thing that I want to talk about is to listen to music. Many people with depression fall into the mistake of listening to sad music, and it might be helpful for some people. I have put myself in a position in the past in which I listened to very sad music and I would feel miserable afterwards because, I was just in a very vulnerable state. What I would say is that you avoid albums like this and start listening to albums like this. Now, these albums are not particularly happy, but they do talk about certain themes that might relate to you, and they don't sound overly depressing like the first ones that I showed you. It's to avoid drugs or alcohol. Drugs are bad, and never forget that alcohol is a depressant. Trust me on that one. What meditation does is basically focusing on your breathing. It's about acknowledging the things that are troubling you and don't let them affect you physically. Focus on your breathing, like the way air enters through your nose or the way your lungs feel when you're breathing. Let these awful thoughts come to your mind and you keep focusing on your breathing and you try to stay calm and with your muscles relaxed. Our brains are tricky and they have self-defense mechanisms that sometimes start acting up and intensify the reality of things. You have to accept that you are not going to change the world. You're not in control of how things end up and the things that happen. We are not in control of any of that. So what you are in control of is your body and your mind. Life isn't fair for everyone, but you have to acknowledge that life isn't perfect. Listen to what your friends have to say and what your family has to say and what people online have to say. Compare every advice that has been given to you. That can help you get a new perspective on things. It can help you realize that some other people went through the same things that you're going through, and you can understand better how they coped with it and learn from it, and it can be really helpful. Express your feelings to someone you trust. It's not good to bottle up the way you feel, and what you should do is find someone you trust, talk to them, just explain to them what's going on. If you bottle all these awful thoughts that go through your head, it can cause you lots of pain and anxiety. It's good to talk to someone. I am a person that barely cries, and whenever I explain to someone what I was going through, I started crying because, it's just a relief. The relief is really good. It's a really important step in order to start making yourself feel better. go to a therapist. Today we live in a very technological era, and you probably can even find help online from professionals. And more than anyone, more than your friends and your family and whoever you find in your life that think that may give an awesome advice, therapists are the only people trained to help you get to the core of your emotions and teach you how to work in order to achieve a state of good mental health that you deserve. I know that talking to someone about the way you feel and about very personal issues can be very awkward and intimidating, but trust me that it helps. You have to realize that you're not alone. Many people in your life and people you don't know of have went through the same things that you've been through and felt the way you feel. Many people were able to overcome their personal struggles. If they can do it, you can do it. Okay, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. Have a happy life, everyone, and bye.